Okay, so we're going to have a look at some Venn diagrams. Okay, and Venn diagrams are just a way of sorting information, really. They're things that we can use for probability. We use it, mainly for probability, but we can use it for sorting things, different things like that. Okay, and a Venn diagram probably. Oh, sorry, this board's. That one's a bit nicer. Venn diagram will generally look something like that. Okay, where let's have a look at one we could do. So we could have numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, so I've got the numbers from 1 to 10. I'm going to draw a box around it as well, okay, because I want everything to remain inside it. I'm going to say that I'm going to have even. Okay, so this is going to be E for my even numbers. And then I'm going to have prime on the other side. Okay, and prime. So I'm going from the numbers 1 to 10 and I'm putting them wherever they need to go. Okay, so I think about this. I start off with 1. Okay, 1 is not even. It's not prime. I know some people get confused. So actually 1's going to go on the outside. Okay, then I get to 2. Well, 2 is even and it is prime. Okay, so I'm going to say that 2 goes in the middle. Then I get to 3. 3 is prime, but not even, so it's going to go here. 4 is even, not prime. 5, again, is prime, but not even. 6 is even. 7 is prime, but not even. 8 is even. 9 is not prime. And then 10 goes here. Okay, and I can find out loads of different things, and I've sorted my numbers using my different probability, using the different things about them. Okay, now when we look at Venn diagrams, we sometimes use slightly fancier words. Okay, now I've just talked about putting them in different bits, but we use slightly fancier words and we look at different things. Okay, so if we've got this here, I've got a few different ones to think about. Okay, so what I have, and again, this box is really important. Always draw the box. Okay, this bit in here is what we call the intersection. Okay, so if we look back to this one, our intersection was here. So this was the intersection. And it means that it's even and prime. Okay, so if we we'll keep the same example. So even and prime. Okay, I then have one that looks like this. Okay, and this is what we call the union. Okay, and for this, it's everything inside the Venn diagram, which can be even or prime or really both. Okay, we sometimes also talk about this one. I'll get a different colour, it might be easier to show it. Okay, and this is what we talk about as the complement. And it's complete, so it's pli rather than if we were giving someone a compliment. But don't worry too much about the spelling. Okay, and what that means is if I was looking at this one and looking at this, it's everything that's not even. Okay, everything that's not even. Okay, and what we can do with that is we can obviously put things into our Venn diagrams and we can use this notation to help us. Okay, so if I looked at this, I could then ask questions like, Is 2 in the intersection? Yes, it is. Okay. How many numbers are in the union of even and prime? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. What if I said I want the probability of not even? Okay, so I don't want any of these even numbers. There's 10 numbers in total. There's 2 on the outside. There's 3 here. So my probability would be 5 out of 10. Okay, and that's the type of things that I can do with Venn diagrams. Okay, and with these different things. So if you can, try and learn those notations. Now, what makes it slightly more confusing is sometimes you will see that actually they use letters. Okay, so you'll see for intersection, they use this N symbol. So I try to think of N's in the intersection. So N. Union uses a U. Okay, and then your complement will use a dash. So if I didn't want even, I would say E dash. It's the way I would have it. So just look out for that, because sometimes you will spot that that's being used. If we look at another example, just using more probabilities with this, using Venn diagrams, I'm going to use one that I find on my maths. Okay, so some of you may have even done this exact question. Okay, and we've got yoga. And we've got kickboxing. I'm not writing the full thing, I'm being lazy. Okay. And this time, instead of writing out each number individually, it tells us these values. And then it asks us questions. Okay, such as the probability of yoga. Well, the probability of yoga, first of all, I need to work out how many people there are altogether. Okay, and luckily the question tells me, or I can just literally add them up. Okay, there are 53 people in total. So I know my probability for yoga is going to be out of 53. Now I'm looking at the entire circle for yoga. So I'm looking at this entire bit here. So I need to add these two numbers together. So 13 plus 8 is going to give me 21. Okay, now obviously if you can simplify them, do, but if you can't, don't worry about it. Okay, then I might have the probability of yoga. I'm just going to say yoga and kickboxing. Okay, so I've used that symbol that we said that means it's the intersection. Okay, it means it's the intersection, it's that bit in the middle. Okay, so this time I'm looking just at this bit here. Okay, and I can then just say that it's going to be 8 out of 53. Okay, I can look at some of the other ones. So I could look at things like yoga. Okay, but not kickboxing. So it can't include this bit. It's only going to be that bit. So this time my circle is going to get cut off here. And it's only going to be this bit that I'm interested in. So you're going to end up with 13 over 53. Okay, and then I could just have something like yoga or kickboxing or both. So that's my union that we talked about. So my probability of Y-U-K, yuck, looks like. Okay, you can do this a couple of different ways. Add these three numbers together. Sorry, I'm pushing it up. Or you can just do 53, take away 9 and think of it that way. And I end up with 44 out of 53. Okay, so that is something else that you can do with your different probabilities, okay, and your different Venn diagrams. Hopefully that's given you a bit of an introduction to Venn diagrams. Have a go at the tasks that are on my maths and on your worksheets, and please ask more questions if you need it. Thanks, bye.